Hi, my name is Stevie and I like to write songs. We're working on a Pink Floyd inspired song called Causeway. Let's do some more work on it today and see if hopefully we can maybe bring it to the finish line. So let's go. I know I keep teasing that the guitar solo was on its way, but every time I listen to the song, I get more ideas about things I would like to do. In my life now, I spend almost as much time editing videos as I do writing songs. So while I was editing the last video from last week, I had another idea about extending the intro out and making it a bit more epic and a bit more elongated, Pink Floyd, self-indulgent. So let's have a look at that first, and hopefully we can get through that quite quickly so that we can move on to the guitar solo today. Let's go. Right, so if we listen to the way the song currently starts. Okay, I was thinking maybe this first chord on the keyboards here, we could extend that a way back and give ourselves plenty of time with that keyboard just. Okay, and we'll also extend back these taiko drum loops as well, so that what we sort of have is something like this. And I had an idea of scouring the internet to try and find a quote of an old man giving advice to young people. The idea in my head was that it would be that the old man isn't generically giving advice to young people. He's sort of giving advice to his younger self, advising his younger self to go ahead and live in the moment and enjoy your childhood. So while searching around the internet, I ended up stumbling across this video here from this old man, Bernard Albertson. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a nice inspirational talk that he gives on YouTube, and I decided this would be the perfect thing to use his closing lines. So I wanted to reach out to him to ask was it okay to use it. Unfortunately, it seems from the messages there that he has passed away. So if there's anyone connected to Bernard watching this, then I hope it's okay that I've used some of his words in my song. And if it's not, let me know. I just have no idea how to reach out to anybody about this now, since the account doesn't seem to be active anymore. So I've recorded some of the YouTube video and I've put it in here. So the idea here is that I've sort of split up the little sentences so that they fit in between the drum hits. And in any further gaps, I'm going to do some Gilmour-esque bluesy guitar. So let's hear what that sounds like.
I just wanted you to know that people like me, old people, we understand. And as old as I am, I would pick up my cane and defend you to my last breath. Because I love you.
For me, I don't know if anybody else agrees with me, but for me, that's got quite a very strong emotional effect on me. I think it's an even more epic start to the song than what I had planned. So let's see if we can do some Gilmour bluesy guitar now at the very start of it. So for the intro guitar, I've gone back to an old favourite of mine, S-Gear, Scuffum amps. There's just something very special about some of the presets that are in this VST. I really like this one, and it's simply called Heaven. So we got this kind of thing.
I just wanted you to know that people like me, old people, we understand. pick up my cane and defend you to my last breath. Because I love you.
Right, let's add our little Comfortably Numb sweep from here across. And I was also thinking that maybe the string sound is a wee bit stale and maybe it needs some more contour, some more sweepiness to it. So I did a little search for a suitable sweepy sound and I came up with this Omnisphere patch. Sounds a bit like this. It's just adding some breathy detail into the back of the pad sound and it's mixed quite low. So this is what we've ended up now with the extended intro. Let me know what you guys think.
I just wanted you to know that people like me, old people, we understand. And as old as I am, I would pick up my cane and defend you to my last breath. Because I love you.
I think that's class. So let's get back to the comment about this section. We tried sequencing that up last week and my initial impression was that I didn't like it, but on editing the video I realised that I actually did really like the sound of it. It's just that it sounded a bit surprising to my ears when I first heard it. So let's take this out and replace it with that new idea.
But he was free. No matter where he roamed, he never found a home. In his mind he recognized he would not be compromised, criticized or analyzed, minimized or patronized, to live with a contradiction. So die by your own convictions. The changing of the hue, a wider field of view. Everything must change and so must you.
Right, so I've been thinking about this for a while now, and I kind of think where we end up on the ascending D minor part. Then that goes into the keyboard drum. Nice maybe to just modulate now into the E minor. Loop that around 4 times and I'll solo over that, and then we'll try this idea that I was talking about last week where we're going to break the whole song down and rebuild it from scratch again until we get into the final guitar solo. So let's build up a backing track for this part first. Right, so for this breakdown now, I'm thinking of maybe just coming back to just... and singing some kind of repeating ostinato on the vocals. Let's take a wee second to talk about my thinking behind the chord sequence for the guitar solo. Been watching a lot of YouTube videos recently about songwriting and about music theory. One channel in particular that I enjoy is 12 Tone, and in that they talk about a theory of music that's different from the standard functional theory of music that people use in classical music. He talks a lot about how it doesn't really apply anymore to modern popular music, that instead of thinking of things in terms of perfect cadences and plagal cadences and things like that, it's far more interesting to think of it in terms of two home keys and an outgoing and an ingoing chord. So that's what I've done in this sequence here. We're looking at E minor, and that's our new home. The key of the song was originally in A minor, but we've now moved to a new home of E minor. Then we have an outgoing chord of the C Lydian chord, and that takes us to our old home, which is the A minor. And then we have an incoming chord, which is a C again, and that takes us to our new home again in E. So a way of thinking of it is a home chord and another home chord and an outgoing and incoming chord that joins the two things together, and that's what creates a sort of loop effect that we hear quite often in modern popular music. So I really wanted to try that after watching that video, and this is what I came up with, so that's why I did that. So we're going to add some more lyrics to the song. I was thinking about the sample that I added earlier on about the old man giving advice to his younger self. Maybe the climactic idea in the song is that the old man needs to meet the young child, and that rediscovering your childhood is what the song is kind of about. Trying to heal the old man of his cynicism and trying to recapture the way he felt when he was young. I came up with this little line, "Find your way to the causeway, I'll wait for you there." And I imagine that if we were watching a Pink Floyd concert, maybe the band would die down and you would see the backing vocalists taking over here. It would be great if I had some female backing vocalists to do this, but I don't right now, so I'm going to just do it myself. But you can imagine when I'm doing it that this should be a sort of a backing vocal array of people singing it. I was thinking of singing it very, very soft and low first, and then as the drums come in, go up the octave and start layering it up. Right, I was originally thinking about playing some guitar solo in the gaps of these backing vocals and building it up from there, But actually, on listening to it, I think maybe lead vocals should come back in and maybe do some more singing. Let's listen a minute and see what I mean. Sort of singing gibberish here. Yeah, I can really hear that in my imagination. So I think I'm going to loop this over and over again and sing gibberish and see if we can eventually start writing some lyrics for it. And maybe some of it will just be reprising some lyrics from earlier on as well. So let's see what I can come up with. So I've written a whole new section for the song. I have become disengaged, shifting and drifting out of phase. These are sounds that I had in my head when I was singing it, and I tried to sort of flesh them out and turn them into words. I feel I'm slowly disappearing, fading away, becoming history. The fragments are unweaving. What remains is still decreasing. And then a reprise of an earlier line, as the space between us grows. Entropy arose. If I could glue myself together, if I could change, then so could you. I have a strong idea about what I want to do. I want it to sound like sort of an improvisation over the top of the backing vocal loop. I'll see if I can flesh out how I'm going to sing it and what melodies I'm going to use now. And we'll see if we can get that recorded. And that should lead nicely into the final Right Out Into the Storm guitar solo. So I kind of feel now that the guitar solo has went on a suitable digression so that we can go back again. And now whenever the guitar solo fades out at the end, it won't feel as predictable because we had all this detour before we ended up in the inevitable fade out guitar solo. Let's write guitar solo number 2 now.
If I could change it, so could you.
Right, let's put on our fade out. Now, I wonder, is there anything else to do? I can't think of anything. I'm sure a million things will come to me as soon as I start editing this video. Right, I think I might have finished making a Pink Floyd song. So let's listen to it the whole way through now and see what we think of it. And I'll make mental notes of all the things that I did wrong and should fix in the future. But I think pretty much everything that I had planned to do is here now, and the song is in place. It's a bit of a hefty one. Let me see, how long is it? Bloody hell, it's over 9 minutes long. In true Pink Floyd fashion, I suppose. Sit back, turn your headphones up loud, let's get a listen to it.
I just wanted you to know that people like me, old people, we understand. And as old as I am, I would pick up my cane and defend you to my last breath. Because I love you.
The intro's doing it for me now. Feeling it. It's class.
I had the will to make things right. Maybe it's better this way. Just walk away. Time pretends to have no memory. Time will be the one bearing witness at the causeway.
I love the dynamics there.
Once there was a man who staked his claim, preparing for a storm that never came. He sheltered from the rain, but the blue skies remained. In his mind he recognized he would not be compromised, criticized or analyzed, minimized or patronized, to live with a contradiction, to die by your own convictions, the changing of the hue, a wider field of view. Everything must change and so must you. Disinfected by the lights as the children play. Just wash away. Time pretends to have no enemies as the space between us grows. Entropy arose. We were children once ourselves. The scarred knees and broken bones are tokens of adventure.
I love it.
was free. No matter where he roamed, he never found a home. In his mind he recognized he would not be compromised, criticized or analyzed, minimized or patronized. So live with a contradiction. To die by your own convictions. The changing of the hue, a wider field of view. Everything must
The new guitar solo. Here it comes.
you. To the causeway, I'll wait for you. Find your way to the causeway, I'll wait for you. Find your way to the causeway. I have become disengaged, sifting and drifting out of phase. Find your way to the causeway. Feel I'm slowly disappearing, fading away, becoming history. To the causeway, the fragments are weaving. Watch your magic still decreasing.
Wow.
To the causeway, as the space between us grows.
Loving it.
To the causeway, if I could glue myself together, if I could change it, so could you.
Wow. I'm so excited about that. I can't believe I wrote such a good song. I think it's really, I'm going to be buzzing for days because of this song. What a way to spend your day writing a song. It's amazing and beautiful. I love it so much. Yes! Right, so let's end on a high there. I've written a song that I'm really proud of, and that's fucking awesome. Awesome. I'm so delighted. I said at the very start of the year that what I wanted to do was go back and revisit the other songs that I've written on the channel. This is the 20th song that I've written for this channel. So it's about time we got back and got these songs finished and got them properly released. So I'm not going to write another song next week. Next week I'm going to go back to the very first song that I wrote on the channel, and we're going to do a final fix-up of this song and a final mix of it, and see if I can get it released on something like DistroKid or something like that, get it up on Spotify and stuff like that. And it'd even be nice to maybe make a promo video for the song. And then I want to go through all 20 songs sequentially and get them all finished, finally mixed, mastered, released with a promo video. And by the time this is done, it'll be time for me to get back in and start writing some new songs again. But it'll still be interesting for anyone who's only recently started watching the channel, because some of these songs maybe you won't have seen. And it'll be interesting to go back through and look at the thought behind these songs and the processes that we used. And it'd be interesting to see how far I've come in the last year since I started doing this. So I'm looking forward to that next week. So guys, thank you so much for following me. This one turned out to be a bit longer than I had planned, but I think it was worth it because all the little extra things that we added in really do bring the song to life. I really enjoyed making this, and I hope you really enjoyed it too. I hope you found it useful and interesting, and I hope maybe you learned something or felt inspired to get into some songwriting yourself. If you're new to the channel, like, subscribe, all that stuff. Buy me a coffee. Do anything you can to support the channel. It means a lot to me, and it's really great to see the community around this channel starting to grow and starting to take an interest, and we're going somewhere. I can't believe it. I'm so happy about this. Thank you so much, guys, and hopefully see you all next week again. You guys rock.